Hey gang, I'm going to show you a few cool options with what's called Content Aware in Photoshop. Content Aware has been around since maybe CS5 or CS 5.5, and it's used in a lot of your healing tools that we'll cover later, but it's also used to do some cool fill and scaling techniques. So I have an image of a dog here, and for your exercise, feel free to use the same image. I'll put it below the video, or you can download another one, but you want kind of a prominent subject that's off-centered, and you'll want kind of an abstract background. Okay. In my layers, first thing I'm going to do is make a background copy. So I'll just say Command J, or you can say a layer, duplicate layer, or right click or control click and say duplicate layer. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to kind of specifically select this dog, and using the quick selection brush, this hopefully should not take too long. That's why they call it quick, right? Try to take this green out real quick, so I'm just using my brackets to change my brush size. I'm holding Alt or Option to subtract from selection, and get a little of that ear back in. There we go. Let's refine the edge, and I'm just going to see if Smart Radius can figure it out. It's looking pretty good, and I'm going to leave it a selection for now. Okay, let's save that selection, and I'll just call it dog. I'm going to go ahead and copy the dog, and we'll go ahead and paste the dog and just move him into place over the original. So now we have just the subject, the dog, over two copies of the background. Okay, I'm going to turn off that layer visibility, and I'll go to the background copy again. And this time I'm going to just use my lasso, and I'm going to kind of select outside the dog a little bit. And this is because my Content Aware options look at the pixels outside the dog, and it will fill using these pixel selections from outside that selection. So I don't want it to get any of the fur in it. So I'm just going to say Edit, Fill, and make sure this is on Content Aware, Normal, 100%. And if I deselect, you're going to notice it kind of tried to use what's on the background to fill in that selection. So now I have the subject separate from the background, which is kind of useful. Okay, I'm going to turn off this visibility for a minute, and I'm going to show you one more cool thing that Photoshop can do. Okay, so select the background, the very first background. Okay, I'm going to say View, Snap. I'm going to hold Shift. Okay, that's how big that square would be. Move it over here. Okay, and I'm going to just move a guide to snap to that. And now I'll get rid of this rectangle. In the Layers palette, you can just press the Delete key while it's active or drag it to the trash. Okay, so this is the area I want the photo to fit in. And I'm going to unlock my background by dragging the lock to the trash. I'm going to say Edit, Content Aware Scale. Now before you start just transforming this, up here on the tool presets, you'll see it says Protect, and I'm going to choose Dog, that selection that I made. And you'll notice, as I'm moving this over, it's really trying to protect the dog. Just press Return. And there we have it. So what I'd like you to do for this one exercise is save this as a Photoshop document. Okay, and let's name them. So the bottom layer, call it Content Aware Scale. The middle layer, say Content Aware Fill. And the top layer, you can just say Dog, or whatever your subject is. Okay? And then just save this exactly as it is, File, Save, and make sure your name is in it, _Content aware. Save it as a Photoshop document this time and put it in your Dropbox.